All right, guys, this is Jacob from Wager Me This, and I want to go into this knuckleball shot some more. I want to talk about some more dynamics of it throughout my practice, what I've been developing, some different things that I like and don't like about it, in ways to, I think I'd figure out ways to adjust it one way or the other. They're very simple adjustments. They seem to work, and none of these adjustments really affect the 10. You shouldn't be rolling 10s with this anyway, so if you are, you're doing something very wrong, completely wrong. So what these adjustments are for is to get away from the horn numbers and get back to the winner numbers. Unless you're betting everything, then it doesn't matter. If you are betting everything instead of just the box numbers, which is a great way to play it also, then it doesn't matter. All right, but so first thing first, okay, so let's talk about how the shot is thrown. All right, so when you put that 6-4, 6-4 together, right, the key to it is making it land and bounce and flip. You want it to come off the 6. You want it to leave the 6 because you don't want a 6. All right. So if you don't have a 6 on either dice, you can't roll a 6-4. So that eliminates your 6-4 possibilities and puts you at the 5-5 only to lose. So when it bounces, you want it to come off the 6. You want to totally eliminate the 6, because that fixes the stuff right away. If you have a 6 in there, you're always at risk of having all 3 combinations get you. All right? Get rid of that 6. And that's all you do. So that's why the key is to make them land flat. All right? You want them to land as flat as you can. They're already going to have some velocity on them. They're already going to have trajectory. So they're going to move forward. And you want these dice to fly through the air and land flat, so they jump off the 6. Right? That's the big thing in the shot, is keeping them as flat as you can get them, knuckleballing. You just don't want the 6, and so you want it to hit hard enough that it moves off the 6. So that's why the air on the dice are a big part of it. Right? So let's do it from higher. Right? So the higher you go, the least amount of times you should get the 6. All right? As long as you're keeping it flat. Now, if you're not keeping them flat in the air, and you can only keep them flat by throwing them low, then it's more important to keep them flat. That was a 6-4 right there. That wasn't good. That's the one thing I don't like about keeping them too flat, is sometimes you get the dice just roll right back over on top of themselves. All right, so that's one of the big things why I like to have air on them. I like them to come down, and that's when I usually get the best throws. When I get them probably, I don't know, 36 inches almost above the table, probably 28 inches above the table surface into land. That way they get a good jump to come off that number. All right, so that's one of the major things that you need to be working on. That's one of the things you need to be getting those numbers to land flat, so they'll jump off the 6. You could do it with the 4 also. Okay, so if you flipped it like this, you could also be just trying to avoid the 4. Because either way, if you don't roll a 6 or you don't roll a 4, you cannot roll a 6-4. All right, so there we go. The 5-5, it's just the danger. It's the danger of the shot. I haven't figured out a way to avoid it. It comes when it comes, but that's only one combination out of 36, guys. So if you do the shot correctly, you basically negate the 6-4, and you're down to just rolling the 5-5. If you do a shot correctly. All right, so some of the things to do if you're getting horn numbers, okay? 2 things I've noticed about getting horn numbers from all my shots, okay? The first thing is, when I get horn numbers, usually it's because I twist the dice just a little bit. If the dice come out of my hand and turn just a little bit, I tend to get a lot of horn numbers, all right? Another thing where I get a lot of horn numbers is if the dice do this. They spin side to side, like twirl, as opposed to flip. So when they're coming through the air, if they start spinning, I get horn numbers a lot. So them are 2 things that I avoid, right? The ways I avoid that is, okay, so if I start spinning the dice, I know that's all in my wrist. I'm not holding my wrist solid. So I'm giving it a little cock at the end. You don't want that. You want it to stay very solid. Really, you don't even move your wrist. You shouldn't. Just, I mean, it's just kind of a push out there is all you're trying to do. And you're just trying to just release it so it knuckleballs through the air. That's it. All right, so let's make it fun, okay? So here's the deal is, I can't go down, so there's no coming down. So I have to beat the average on each throw. And I'm gonna play it at a little bigger level, all right? I'm gonna play it with $2,500. There's 15, 2,000, 2,500, okay. So at the $2,500 level, let's start with, I don't know, let's start with a 800. Let's go 800. 800 lay, all right? This should give us basically 2 shots, maybe, probably 3 shots at this, all right? So 800 covers 400. Let's get some reds. All right, so right here we have 100, 200, 250, 270. So what can we do? We can add 30 and 30, probably good. I've never done this at the $400 level, guys. I'm just guessing at it. I like when I get the denominations up a little bigger. I actually like to have the 7 as a bigger winner. All right, so here we go. 6, 4, 6, 4. Let's get some new dice. Okay, so obviously you can't lose both sets of bets. Either you can lose the box numbers or you lose the lay. You can't lose them together. All right, that's one big thing about this. You can't lose both sets. All right, so here we go. We got 800, so all these are, we're probably about 9 rolls. We have to get about 9 rolls to get our 800, 9 winners. All right, here we go. 516, 516. All right, so I shot that one pretty low, and as you can tell, this is a $105 winner. I forgot I made the 6 and 8 90 for a specific reason. It's easier to roll them. All right, so there's 516. Let's mark that. Next shot. Here we go. $617, okay. That's fine. That's why we left the 7 as a bigger winner. All right, so that was a 2-shot shot. 2 shots. I'm gonna do it right. Okay, so there's 800 there, so we're gonna win 400. $300, 20, 40, or 330 is what we had out there. So 400 winners is going to be a $20 vig. We're going to get 400. All right, rack this one all up. Next shot. Again, remember, this is before a 10, so it doesn't really matter, you know, how far this goes or doesn't go. Here, I'm going to trade in 2 of these for 8 green chips. Actually, I'll do 7 and 5 reds. Okay, so 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, and 3. Okay, I'm not worrying about the do we don't. If I roll a 12 on a come out, I'll just take $15 out of my rack. I'm not worried about that too much. All right, so next shot. We got a hard 4. It's a pretty good one. It's going to be a $100 winner. We're going to lose 2 in big. We dropped a quarter, so $2 for 100. That's a wonderful, wonderful trade. All right, so mark that.
Yeah, that's good.
So basically, all I'm showing is that there are some small adjustments to be made. I haven't seen a run of bad numbers yet to make them adjustments. We went 0.7, which is not a big deal. Again, so we have 330 out there. So I'm just going to drop 70, guys, and then 20 in big. All right, so basically overall, this is like winning $50 on the 7. Pretty good 7 hit. All right, so we went 2 rolls before the 7 on both of them. And this is how it can go, guys, because you really can't control the 7 out very well. So you might take you 3 or 5 or 8 shots of your own personal shots to get where you're going. But as long as you do the shot correctly, you're not going to roll a 10. You're just not going to do it very often. All right, so there's another $50 winner overall after the vig. $70 we pay the vig. We're just going to rack that, and that was a 7. Come out 7. So I don't know how many winners this is so far. I guess it's 2 and 3, so 150 and whatever our box number winners were. There's a 5, 4, 9. Okay, so I did something wrong there. I did something very wrong when I 5, 4, 9. Let's put that 7 over there. I pushed the dice forward, so it was more like a roll. All right, so I pushed them forward, so they rolled like that. You don't want to do that, because you're going to look at, sometimes they're going to roll right back over that 6-4 on you. You want them to knuckle like that. 6, 3, 9, point made. That's what you want them to do. You don't want them to move in any kind of tumbling fashion. If they're tumbling, it's a bad shot. You want them to be just floating through the air, not moving around, and that's the key to it. 6, 2, 8. We're getting too many 6s, okay? So we're gonna have to make a little adjustment here. It's $105. Okay, so one of the little adjustments we're gonna make, we're getting too many 6s, is I'm gonna throw it a little shorter, all right? I'm gonna try to get the 6s to stop. There's a 5, 3, 8, point made. See how that was not a 6. That first dice jumped right over to the 3, all right? That's one of the keys to it. You can get that roll where that one dice just jumps right to the 3 right away. Them are guaranteed box number wins, guys. That's the ones you want. You want one dice to jump on a 3 right away.
Dad, I made 4 pictures.
Fantastic, Justice. That's actually a come out 12. For whatever reason, I can't make a video without rolling a come out 12. So there's my 15 bucks.
Here's look.
Oh, nice, dude.
One's a lake.
A lake? Yeah, that's a cool lake. You want to go to the lake one of these days again? Go fishing at the lake, man?
Yeah, I was thinking someday we could get a.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
That's a come out 7, guys.
I was thinking we could get a boat and
4,
go
3.
out fishing.
Okay.
Off it.
So we're gonna make 50 bucks.
So Dad, I was thinking we could get the boat and then go over to that other island on the lake.
We'll do it.
Fish, and then we can come back on the boat.
Okay.
What?
Here we go.
Dad, you won't need a life jacket, cause
You don't think so?
Yeah, cause you can swim.
That's true. All right.
Still
So another 617. It's another $50.
I think you will need a life jacket because you're pretty heavy.
Yeah.
So I think I'll just sink if you don't swim fast enough.
Yeah. My son just called me fat.
I didn't. I said.
He said heavy. He said the PC version. right, there's a 213. That's just gonna be a wash on the Dewey.
Let's just let them sit there and dry.
Sounds good, dude.
They'll dry it.
So again, I'm not doing anything special. The only adjustment I've made so far is I moved my landing zone back a little bit. And as you guys can tell, I have, besides that 12, I've been avoiding the 10 for sure, but still not avoiding the 6. All right, still not really avoiding the 6. There's another 617. We still don't have a point. But so that's one of the things is you want to avoid that 6, and I'm still not getting a good jump on the dice. So I'm going to put a little more air on them. I'm going to go up a little higher. All right. And there is a 4-2. All right. So we might have went up high enough. Now we've got enough action to get off that 6. And I know the people are going, well, that's just random. It very well may be, but it's random without the 10. All right? It's random without the 10. So it's like random minus the 10. Oh, and there's our hard 10. That's the one I can't avoid. I haven't figured out how to avoid the hard 10 yet. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, plus whatever the other shots were. I think those 2 PSOs. So that's like a 16 roller before a 10. All right, so let's lose our 800. And see, remember we started with $2,500, so let's just see where we're at. I obviously made some money. Not a whole bunch, but it's definitely money. Okay, let's make sure this is 2,000. Okay, so that's 2,000, 2,500. Oh, come here. So we made 140 bucks or something. But again, we didn't stop. We could have stopped at any time up 500, 800, whatever we were up. We were up obviously $900 at one point because we remember we just lost 800. So we had to have been up 900. So we could have stopped at any points. That's not really what I'm caring about. It's not really what I'm showing here. What I'm showing is that as long as you throw the shot correctly, you should be able to just leave the money out there. Right? So let's run another one. Right? I'm not going to shoot from the other side tonight. I'm just going to shoot from only this side. So let's say we're pretty comfortable with the shot, right? Let's bump it up a little bit. All right, let's go to 1,000. All right. And we were rolling a lot of inside numbers. So with this 1,000, let's we got 500 to work with, right? So we're gonna make these inside numbers at 150. All right, that means they're so we really have 475 to work with is what we got, because you got to pay the VIG. All right, so right there we got 300 right there. So this makes our 7 only worth 25 bucks, but that's okay. That's okay, because we're gonna make some bigger money on these other ones. All right, so this time we're going to go and try to get to our $1,000, which is going to be a little more difficult because we're trusting that the 6 and 8 is going to hit here. So if the 6 and 8 goes dead on us, we're actually putting ourselves in a bad situation. But I just want to show that if you are dialed into a certain couple numbers, that it's probably worth your time to play those numbers, like that hard 8 right there. All right, so that's 175. So if you think you can hit some pretty consistent numbers, like you're getting a lot of the same number, it's a good idea to play that number. And there's the 8 right back. I made an adjustment. I actually went lower this time. I'm just kind of curious to see how the lower shot is working. So far I hit 2 8s, so I'm pleased with that. All right, here we go. And there's a 6. So again, we were getting a lot of them numbers, and we're still getting a lot of them numbers. That was a hard 6, guys. So, you know, we're on a pretty good little shot here. There's the 4. So that's a 2. We'll drop $2 for vig and get 100. So that's a pretty good hit. 4 is still pretty good. The 5 and the 9 are a little low, but we added that money to the 6 and 8 is why. We could have spread it all the way across, but obviously we did right. And there's the 5. All right, so we did roll a 4 and a 5 now. All right, so it's gonna be a $70 winner on the 5, which is fine, guys. I'm gonna drop a nickel for 75, which is fine. That's a fine winner. So what are we already at in winnings? Okay, so obviously we have 400, 550, 6, $700. We've already won $700. Would you quit here? Yeah, you should probably quit right here. Why push it? There's no reason to push this. You have $700. You have $1,000 at risk. You've already won at $700. Just quit. There's no reason to keep playing. All right, there's a 3-1. But again, you can just drop a nickel, get 3 change, get a $100 chip. Okay. Here we go. 5, 3, 8 again. It's 175. So I'm pretty sure that puts us basically got our money. Took a, what's that, 7 hits. That's in a good range. And we got a 527, okay? Pretty sure the 7's a $25 winner overall after the vig. So that's a 7 out, I think. I don't think I hit my point there. So let's just rack this up. New shot. We'd have to wait till a whole new shot here. No big deal. We just made $1,000. All right, pretty good. I'm gonna leave them rolls out there. All right, here we go. Let's get some new dice. See where we're at. Here we go. 415. New points 5. It's gonna be $70. And if you start, like if the 5s and 9s just start taking off, just move your money. All right, there's the 5 again, 4-1. Just move your money over there from the 6 and 8. $70 winner. 4. Add some profit to it. I mean, that's not a huge deal. You can do that, especially already being up $1,000 that you put in your rack. And there's the 628, 175. And so this is some of the other pieces, okay? We're not getting horn numbers, so I'm not having to make any adjustments. We're hitting in the boxes exactly where we're supposed to be. Hard 8. The roll is working correctly. So there's no reason, let's drop a quarter for 200. There's no reason to be making adjustments. There's a hard 8 right there. again, guys, this is actually very simple. It just takes practice. Once you get your practice down, then it's just about going for it at the casino. All right, there's a come out 7. It's going to be a $25 winner. It's just about going for it at the casino. It's don't go there and go crazy or nothing, but go there and give it a try and be successful. Trust that your practice, your shots are correct. There's a 6-2-8 on a bad shot because I was twisting the dice. The one good thing about this, again, I've said it before, let's drop this for 200, is that when you do make a mistake, you still have a 92% chance that it's not going to fail. So it's only 8% chance your mistake will fail. That's one great thing about this, that hardly any other strategy can boast this. Right? Hardly any other strategy can say, you know what, there's only 8% way I can fail no matter what. Let's drop this quarter for 200. So again, we're up about, we're getting toward another $1,000 up. Really have not had any risk associated with anything for the last 15 rolls. Oh, we got a 10. Hey, all right. About time, right? About time. There's 10. We got a hard one. That means that we were rolling them too tight across the floor, across the felt here. We're rolled it more like a normal roll. All right, so we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 rolls before a 10 with a ton of hit rolls. And let's see where we ended up this time. All right, remember we started with $2,500. So whatever all this adds up to, well, pretty sure we're winning. Not much doubt there. Since there's 2,500 right there. All right. There's 500, 6, 7, 800. This is like $1 short of 900 up. So $899 up. Pretty easy. I mean, at any time you could have quit $2,300. I mean, you could have quit up $1,300 or whatever you wanted. You know, there was, you could have quit any time after hitting all them 6s and 8s would have been fine. But again, you played it all the way through till the 10, and you're still, I mean, completely in the good. Never really any risk involved in it. I don't know, that seems a little funny there. Either the one is short or this is long, one of the two. Either way, it's fine. So, again, guys, this is very simple. Some of the things are it's just in the mechanics of the shot. As long as you do the shot correctly, you're going to have a ton of success with this. All right? It doesn't matter what level you play it on. If you want a 25 or a 20% goal, you're going to be able to get there in a very short amount of time. It may take you a couple of your own personal shots if you go 0.7 or something. But the great part about this is 0.7 doesn't really matter. You just have to wait then. You just wait till you're shot again. All right, I just showed that here. I had 2 0.7s that really didn't make a difference. I just made money off of them. And then I was like, okay, when my turn comes back around, I'll make some more money. And really, guys, it's really just that simple. This strategy is actually just that simple. As long as you roll the dice correctly. And that's really, and you're not trying to dodge the 7, you're not trying to stay on axis, you're not trying to do all those things that you have to do with traditional dice throwing. Here, all you're trying to do is not hit the 10. I mean, it's very, very simple. When it boils down to it, you put a little time and effort into it. It's actually a very, very simple way to play that is super highly profitable. You're getting all the numbers to win if you want, or all the box numbers, and you're only losing the 10, and you gain the 7 as a winner. And you can adjust your 7 winner as you want. If you want it to be more of a winner, that's fine. Play less on the box numbers. If you don't, you can take it all the way down to a wash, and that's fine too. All right. however you feel like you want to win at the strategy. It's very adjustable. You can come in and out of other strategies with it. You could play other things with it, like you could put come bets in there with it. You could put don't come bets in there with it if you felt like it. I mean, the field fits right into it if you want to start, playing the field with some of your winnings, the hard ways. Every piece of craps is involved in here. The only thing you lose is the ability to play the 10. Right? That's it. But you are playing the 10. You're just playing the 10 as your bad number, right? So you're saying, I'm going to avoid this number and I'm going to win on all these other numbers. Which is, in my opinion, a very smart thing to do, I would say. Anyways, guys, this is kind of how simple it is. That was only like 5 shooters, maybe, or 4 of your own shots, and you're up $1,000. So I mean, and you could have left up more than that if you wanted, but I just ran all the way through the shots till the 10. So I mean, yeah, it's not difficult, guys. It really isn't. The more and more I practice it, the easier and easier this is getting. It's getting to the point where I literally, like the first shot of the day, I'm going to show you guys my paper. All right, this is my first shot of the day. Okay, I don't know how well you guys can see it. All right, but I have 30 shots, no 10s, and 17 wins. All right, this is when I woke up after working last night. I walked in, picked up dice, and I had that right there. 30 shot, no 7s. It was 30 shots until the 7. I never rolled a 10. All right, 30 shots till the 7, 17 winners, 0 10s, so there was no losers. First roll, if I would have went to the casino and shot a 30 shot and that 30th roll was a 7, which I would have collected on in the end as well, I would not be playing after that. I would be leaving, or I would be going and chilling at the sports book, or I'd be doing something different. I would be going and, I don't know, putting $100 on roulette and just playing roulette for fun. I mean, I would be doing something else besides playing craps because I'd already made my money, right? That was literally the first shot of the day. I just walked in here, threw some shots, and got to 30 and rolled a 7. And I was like, okay, that would be good enough. All right, now, of course, this round on this video, I had a couple .7, so yeah, I'm gonna have to wait a little longer. Nothing changed. It still ended up being about 30 shots, nothing really changed. It's just, the only difference was I did it all in one on one, and this one took 4. I mean, it was still the same methods, the same, everything was the same. It just one took longer than the other. Nothing to it, guys. So, again, this is Jacob from Winch Me This, and I appreciate you guys for watching, and be on the lookout for, I'm hopefully going to have some casino videos coming up. I'm hoping that this is a thing. It seems really good, but we'll see. And you